People often believe the greatest danger is the ocean, the hunger, the heat, or the endless loneliness. It is not. The greatest danger is the conversation you have with yourself when no one is there to encourage you. Every human being carries two voices inside. One says, "This is impossible. You have suffered enough. No one is coming. Stop trying." The other says, "Just survive today. Take one more step. Breathe one more breath." The difference between success and failure is rarely talent. It is deciding which voice deserves your attention. As Yokoi Kenji often teaches, discipline will always take you further than motivation. Motivation is powerful, but it comes and goes like the wind. Some mornings you feel strong, and some mornings you do not. If your life depends on motivation, you will stop the moment your emotions disappear. But discipline does not ask how you feel. It simply asks what must be done today. On that tiny patch of sand, there was no audience to applaud courage, no friends to offer encouragement, and no guarantee that tomorrow would be any better. The only thing that could keep a person alive was the decision to continue doing the small, necessary actions every single day, even when hope felt distant. Many people wait for life to become easier before they move forward. They say, "When my problems are gone, I will become stronger." But strength is not born after the storm. It is built inside the storm. The mind becomes powerful only when it is trained to keep moving despite discomfort. Just as a sword is sharpened through friction, character is sharpened through hardship. The person who learns to control fear instead of being controlled by it becomes stronger than someone who has never faced fear at all. We often think our circumstances decide our future, but they do not. Two people can face the same challenge. One sees the end of the road, while the other sees the beginning of growth. The situation is identical, only the mindset is different. That is why the battlefield is never outside you first, it is inside you. Before you can conquer the world, you must conquer your own excuses, your own doubts, and your own fear. When everything around you is silent, your thoughts become your closest companions. If those thoughts are filled with defeat, every sunrise feels heavier than the last. But if your thoughts are guided by purpose and discipline, even the smallest victory becomes fuel for another day. Surviving is not always about making giant leaps. Sometimes it is simply refusing to surrender in the next minute, then the next hour, then the next day. The strongest people are not those who never feel fear. They are the ones who refuse to let fear make their decisions. That is the quiet power hidden inside every great survivor. They understand that while they cannot always control the waves, the weather, or the waiting, they can always control their response. And once a person learns to master that response, no prison is strong enough to hold their spirit. Most people see adversity as punishment. They ask, "Why is this happening to me?" But the wiser question is, "What is this trying to teach me?" There is a powerful difference between those two questions. One creates victims, the other creates leaders. Difficult seasons are not interruptions to life. They are part of the training. The strongest character is never developed in comfort. It is developed when comfort disappears and you still choose to move forward. Yokoi Kenji often reminds us that success is not built on extraordinary moments, but on ordinary habits repeated with consistency. Anyone can work hard for one day. Anyone can stay hopeful when everything is going well. The real test is whether you can remain disciplined when nothing seems to be changing. On that small patch of sand, there were no medals for surviving another day. There were no crowds cheering, no family saying, "Keep going." Yet every sunrise demanded the same choice, to continue. That quiet decision, repeated again and again, became greater than any single act of bravery. life has a way of stripping away everything we think we need. Titles disappear, money can be lost, friends may leave, plans can fail. When all of that is gone, one question remains: who are you without those things? A person's true identity is not revealed by what they own, but by how they respond when they have almost nothing. Adversity removes the mask and reveals the character underneath. Many people dream of becoming successful, but they try to avoid the very experiences that produce success. They want confidence without challenge, wisdom without mistakes, patience without waiting, and strength without struggle. Nature does not work that way. A tree grows stronger because it resists the wind. Gold becomes pure because it passes through fire. Likewise, a human spirit becomes unshakable because it learns to endure pressure without losing its purpose. Every difficult day on that lonely patch of sand became another lesson in patience. Every obstacle became an opportunity to become more resourceful. Every disappointment became a chance to strengthen the mind. None of those lessons felt pleasant in the moment, but the greatest lessons rarely do. Growth is often uncomfortable because it requires us to become someone we have never been before. The mistake many people make is believing that progress must always be visible. They become discouraged because they cannot immediately see results. But real growth happens beneath the surface. Just as roots grow underground before a tree reaches toward the sky, discipline, resilience, and wisdom develop quietly long before anyone notices them. The world celebrates the visible victory, but it rarely sees the invisible preparation that made it possible. Do not measure your life only by what you have achieved. Measure it by who you are becoming through every challenge. If today's hardship teaches you patience, it has already made you richer. If failure teaches you humility, it has already made you wiser. If waiting teaches you discipline, it has already made you stronger. No genuine struggle is wasted when it shapes your character. The person who survives hardship without bitterness gains something more valuable than success. They gain perspective. They no longer take small blessings for granted. They understand that every sunrise is a gift, every opportunity is precious, and every challenge carries a hidden lesson. That is why adversity should never be feared. It is one of life's greatest teachers. It does not come to destroy your future. It comes to prepare you for a future that your current character is not yet ready to carry. Perhaps the greatest lesson hidden in this story is that no one is truly defeated by the place where they are stranded. People are defeated only when they surrender the kingdom within their own minds. A tiny patch of sand could imprison the body, but it could never imprison a disciplined spirit. That is why the strongest people are not those who have lived easy lives. They are the ones who refuse to let hardship decide who they would become. Wherever you find yourself today, whether surrounded by opportunity or standing alone in your own season of uncertainty, remember this: your circumstances are temporary, but your character is lasting. The waves will rise, the storms will come, and there will be days when the horizon offers no sign of rescue. In those moments, do not wait for courage to appear. Choose discipline. Do not wait for hope to feel strong. Keep moving anyway. One decision, one step, one day at a time. History does not remember those who had the easiest path. It remembers those who remained faithful to their purpose when every reason to quit stood before them. If a single human being can endure years of isolation without surrendering his spirit, then you can endure the challenges standing before you today. Your greatest victory will never be escaping the storm. It will be becoming the kind of person the storm could never break. And when that day comes, you will realize that the patch of sand was never the end of the journey. It was the place where an ordinary person discovered the heart of a king.